Hello again. It's so good to see you. Welcome back to another edition of Virginia Highlands Community College here on Facebook Live. I'm so glad you joined us tonight, and I'm so excited about tonight's topic. You're going to hear from faculty members, from students, from our industry partners, all about IT. Now, you might be saying, I don't even know what IT is, and that's okay. That's why you're here, and we're going to have a great time talking about information technology and the amazing programs here at Virginia Highlands Community College and the amazing places you can go in a career in information technology. And so when I say information technology, let me define it a little bit for us. It's the kinds of programs that lead to jobs in help desk, cybersecurity, networking, computer science, and the list really goes on, because anything that plugs in and connects to the internet or computers, which is basically everything now, is wrapped up in IT. And this is a great place to start and get started in your career in the information technology world. So thanks for joining us tonight. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm Adam Hutchison. I'm the president at Virginia Highlands Community College, and we'll be joined in just a minute by one of our great faculty members, Ms. Tamara Lasley will join us, and we're going to talk even more about IT as we introduce some other guests along the way. But first, I want to talk about a hot off the press partnership with our friends at Radford University. It's one of our regional universities right around the corner. And through the program here at Virginia Highlands Community College, you can transfer and complete 100% of your bachelor's degree online at Radford University in their computer science program. Get this, at a huge savings. So at Virginia Highlands, we're the best deal in town. We're $157 a credit hour. You won't find a lower tuition rate in the area. And if you happen to qualify for financial aid, and about 85% of our students do, most of that cost, if not all of it, is covered by financial aid. So if you complete your associate's degree and maintain a 3.0 GPA, that's about a B average, when you complete your computer IT program here at Virginia Highlands, you'll be able to transfer to Radford, where you'll receive a $2,000 per year transfer grant just for transferring from Virginia Highlands. That's in addition to the financial aid that you would receive when you get to Radford. And like I said earlier, their entire degree is online. It's a Bachelor of Science degree in computer science and technology. And on top of the discount, on top of the financial aid, Radford has even agreed to discount their tuition down to $270 a credit hour while you finish those last 2 years of your bachelor's degree. So an incredible deal, hot off the press. If you want to come to Virginia Highlands, start here, finish your 2 years here, transfer on to Radford University with $2,000 a year, plus a lower tuition rate and financial aid. What a great way to start. I can't even put it all together. It's just a great package to get started in a great career field in IT. So before we get any further and I forget, if you're watching the broadcast, right down here below is the comment bar. I hope you'll say hello to us. Let us know you're watching the broadcast. We'll pick one lucky viewer and we'll send you this handy dandy VH water bottle. We'll be happy to send that to you as a thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. Also, if you have questions about the broadcast, right here on the comment bar, type them in, and my teammate Megan Copenhaver is manning the keyboard, and she'll try to answer your questions for you or connect you to those answers right away. So tonight is all about learning about IT here at Virginia Highlands Community College, and we'll interact with you along the way. But before we go any further, I want to introduce a very special guest, our Associate Professor in Information Technology, just a guru of all things IT, Miss Tamara Lasley. Now, let me tell you a little bit about her before I bring her on the screen. She's been teaching for more than 20 years. She spent her first 14 years at the Washington County, Virginia Public Schools, teaching business and IT and dual enrollment courses. She has a bachelor's degree in business education from Radford and a master's degree from Old Dominion in occupational and technical studies. She's also done graduate work at Virginia Tech and Boston University. She holds an Internet Core Computing certification and a whole wall full of other IT-related certifications. She's also a certified FAA remote pilot because she completed training in the GeoTed Unmanned Aerial Vehicle Facility Institute at Virginia Tech. And on top of all that, she's married with 2 kids, and she's been with VHCC now for about 10 years. My goodness, I think she's joining us now. Tamara, are you there?
Dr. H, you make me sound good.
Good grief. I don't know how you have time to do anything, but I'm so glad you're a part of the Virginia Highlands family, and thank you for everything you're doing for our students in the IT sector. So glad you're with me tonight.
VHCC is a great place to be.
I love it. And I love all the work that you're doing and how you've brought all your industry knowledge and your educational background, and you're right here at VHCC to help students succeed. So let's just jump right into it. And let me ask you, give us 3 or 4 reasons why IT is such a great career path.
Sure, we can do that. Let's start out. First of all, there are so many career opportunities out there, from entry level all the way to advanced. We have many different industries that are looking for IT folks. So you're not just looking at your traditional information technology companies, you're looking at your healthcare, you're looking at criminal justice. So lots of different opportunities out there for IT. Plus, there's just the personal satisfaction of being able to help people, right? To know that you've done a good job for someone who doesn't know, right? We take for granted a lot of things about information technology, but being able to help someone figure out a problem is always very rewarding. Another big reason, IT jobs are the jobs of the future. Just look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I think we showed this statistic earlier. 12% were suspected that it's going to increase 12% over the next decade. That's over 500,000 jobs by 2030. It's a lot of jobs, and some of those jobs don't even exist yet, the way technology changes today. And another good reason to join the IT field or to think about a career in the IT field is the flexibility of where you can work. So think about the times we're in now. Being able to work from home has been something that a lot of us are having to do. So that flexibility of being able to work from anywhere, whether it's the beach or whether it's your house, you can work from anywhere you happen to be. And we're super excited here in Southwest Virginia. We've got a lot of interest in the IT field. We've got a couple of new organizations, businesses that are here that we're super excited to have on board.
Boy, you're not kidding. The world of connectivity and the Internet of Things is just exploding, and it's going to take a whole nother generation of IT professionals to keep it all connected. I can't even process how all of it even works. We bought a new washer and dryer a few weeks ago, and according to the book, it connects to the internet, but I don't know how to do that. So even those people like the help desk technicians, they're great for people like me who can't even figure out how to make their appliances. I don't even know why it would connect to the internet, but that's not even the point. The point is that it can, right?
Exactly.
So a whole nother generation of IT professionals, and we get to train those people right here at Virginia Highlands Community College. So the beauty of that, as you mentioned, is the growth in this area right here in Southwest Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
We've got companies moving to take advantage of the great talent and the great programs we have here at VHCC. So earlier this week, I had a chance to catch up with a friend to Southwest Virginians and talk to him about what's happening in IT and what's happening specifically with IT in Southwest Virginia. So let's cut to that clip and listen in. We're here at the Virginia Highlands Small Business Incubator just down the road from Virginia Highlands Community College, and I'm joined by my friend, Delegate Israel Oquinn, who represents the 5th District here in the Commonwealth. Did I get that right? 5th District?
You got it.
And he's here to talk with us a little bit about IT here in Southwest Virginia. So let's just start from the beginning, Delegate. Industry's not today what it was even 50 years ago in Southwest Virginia. A lot has changed. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So Southwest Virginia was very heavy on agriculture. We had tobacco, dairy farms, and you still see a lot of that agriculture economy, but some of the jobs that we had, like textile manufacturing, have since been moved overseas, and the coal economy has sort of ebbed and flowed over the years. And so one of the sectors that has come to the forefront in Southwest Virginia is the information technology sector. And we now have a lot of opportunities that we didn't have even just a handful of years ago.
Well, you said it exactly right. IT is absolutely growing here in Southwest Virginia, and you've been right in the middle of that at the as a delegate here representing our area in Richmond. Talk a little bit about what's happening now in IT and even some of the infrastructure stuff that you've been working on, some of the businesses that have committed to Southwest Virginia in IT.
Absolutely. So to be able to have information technology, you have to have the backbone, and the backbone is broadband service. And so that's something that we've worked really hard on, passing a lot of legislation, trying to secure funding, and bringing federal, state, and local together to get that backbone together so that you can actually do what needs to be done. Because nowadays, everything in your life is online, whether we like it or not. It's a DMV transaction, it's your medical records, it's being able to stay in touch with your grandkids and your family. It's all online, and it's all becoming necessary. So we have to be able to have people connected and to have that ability to actually get online. But what that also does is open up other job opportunities, and that's where IT comes into play. And certainly we have at least two technology companies right now here in the incubator who are hiring and growing and trying to grow those jobs. And so from the Commonwealth's perspective, information technology is one of those sectors that the Virginia Economic Development Partnership is really focused on. And frankly, it led our delegation to create our own marketing effort called Invest Southwest Virginia, that we are going out and proactively trying to recruit tech companies here. And a couple of the ones that you see here today are a result of that. And so we want to ensure that Southwest Virginia students have the ability to stay right here and work in high-tech jobs that just a decade or so ago would have been unthinkable.
Fantastic. The idea that a student can start here, finish here, and stay here in a great high-tech job, as you said, just a few years ago would have been out of reach for us. Now, when we think IT jobs, it's easy for our minds to go straight to programming or high-end computing jobs, some of them that require advanced degrees. But in the new world in which we live, not everything IT related is at a computer programming firm. So there's other jobs too, right?
So there's always going to be a place for high-end developers with a PhD, but you've also got a lot of entry-level positions and everything in between. And that's where Virginia Highlands Community College can play such a vital role in giving students the building blocks they need to be able to get into this. Because as more of our life goes online, more of our daily actions go online, you're going to need the engineers to build these networks. You're going to need the cybersecurity specialists to keep everything safe. I would argue that cybersecurity is probably going to be one of the most important subcategories of information technology that we're going to see going forward. It's something that the government is very concerned about. It's something individuals are rightly concerned about, and so gigantic opportunities there. And so fortunately, we have the training available right here, just up the hill. And we also have employers here who want and need to hire students from Southwest Virginia to fill these roles. And I think that you're only going to see that grow as there's more emphasis put on that by Richmond, and then by local and state government leaders right here in Southwest Virginia. It's going to be a big deal, and it's not going away anytime soon.
You couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Israel. I'm so grateful for you, for the work that you're doing for all of us here in Southwest Virginia, and especially your leadership in the information technology sector. Students, moms and dads, friends and family, as you're listening to this broadcast, there are jobs right here in Southwest Virginia with great high-tech companies, wonderful pathways where you can start at Virginia Highlands and go wherever the future goes, onto a four-year university, into a great job here in the Small Business Incubator, and all points in between. All right, big thank you to Delegate Israel Oquinn, who represents our area right here in Southwest Virginia. I appreciate him joining me down at the incubator, the Highlands Incubator, to talk about two high-tech companies that are there now hiring IT graduates. So Tamara, let me come back to you. The delegate said it beautifully. There's lots of reasons to think about IT as a future career, whether it be as an entry level all the way up to maybe even one day a PhD. But let's talk about the two different tracks that we have here at Virginia Highlands Community College that lead to those jobs. Tell us more about them.
Absolutely, two tracks. So the first one is more of a get your career in 2 years. So we have an Associate of Applied Science in Information Technology. We also have a specialization in networking. A lot of our networking students choose to do a career study certificate in cybersecurity. As Delegate Oquinn said, cybersecurity is the buzzword right now in the IT field. So those would be options for come to campus, get a degree, and get out and get a job, right? So the other option we have would be a transfer path. So students who are interested in that 4-year degree. So as you mentioned earlier in our broadcast, we have brand new, hot off the press, a transfer component for computer science. So this is a computer science pathway. This pathway is going to give you your general education core requirements for a 4-year degree, and then it's going to give you kind of that first level of your information technology curriculum. So usually colleges like for you to see that those programming languages like Java or even C++. So being able to then transfer to some of our friends at Radford or at UVA-Wise or even at ETSU or our folks further on down into Tennessee. So we have lots of options for students.
I love those options. And I'll just mention the Radford one again, because that is hot off the press. Our partners at Radford University have agreed to not only give us a seamless transition from our students as they graduate from VHCC and they go on to Radford, they get a $2,000 per year transfer scholarship, and they get a discounted tuition rate at Radford University, in addition to the regular financial aid packages and other incentives that go along with being a Radford University student. And that entire bachelor's degree is online. So students can actually stay here in Southwest Virginia and finish the entire degree. So wonderful pathway opportunity for that. So now, let's go to another opportunity that we have for students. Let me see, I'm looking at my notes here. We were talking about that opportunity at Radford is $270 a credit hour following the VACC model of $157 a credit hour. So they'll be able to wrap up their whole bachelor's degree starting here at VHCC and finishing on at Radford. They can finish the last 2 years at Radford. That's a $2,000 per year add-on scholarship for transferring there. Now, it's just a fantastic opportunity. We'll have some more information for those that are interested. If you want to hear more from Radford University, put your name in the comment box. We've got some information from Radford. We'll send that directly to you so you can hear from their department chair and learn more about that program and what that content is. But I can tell you, VHCC is a wonderful place to start, and you'll be well prepared when you get there. So again, that's $4,000 for those last 2 years at Radford University. So Tamara, I want to pause here because I think it's an important opportunity for us to hear from one of our students, to hear from one of your students, and that's Andrew Ferris. And I had the opportunity to talk to Andrew earlier and hear what he's been up to since he graduated from the program. And now we're joined by Andrew Ferris, who is a 2019 graduate from Virginia Highlands Community College's IT programs. Andrew, you're there? Are you on the other end?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always great to have a graduate of our program join us on calls like this to talk about their own experience. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I work at TEDS, which is a talent acquisition company, software company. I work in their customer service department. So anytime a customer has a problem with the software, it's not working how it should be working, how they expect it to work, they email our total care inbox, and I write the ticket up and try to solve the problem.
That's awesome. And that's right here in Southwest Virginia, right? I mean, Smith County, is that where you are?
Yes, sir.
That's great. So I think many of our viewers would be even surprised to know that that kind of job even exists in this part of Virginia. So congratulations to you. How did you find that job?
Actually, Tracy helped me find the job because I was looking everywhere for the job. I was having trouble finding jobs, and my professor, Lasley, reached out to me and told me Tracy helped with resumes. So she helped me spruce up my resume. And once she helped me with that, job offers started coming in.
That's fantastic, man. That makes me so happy to hear. Now, when you were a student here at Virginia Highlands, you did a bunch of stuff in class. Tell me a little bit about your experience while you were a student here at Virginia Highlands before you got your job.
Oh, we learned loads. We learned the hardware aspect of computer, how to build a computer. We learned help desk, how they expect help desk to operate. We learned networking, and we learned basic coding.
That's incredible. Now, I'm somebody who's not very technical, Andrew. I kind of hate to admit it, but I'm not very good on a computer. I'm the kind of person that calls you for help. So if somebody like me were to meet you and say, hey, can I succeed in a program like the IT program at Virginia Highlands? Do you have to know anything before you start in a
No,
program like
uh,
this?
uh, Virginia Highlands prepares you like if you didn't know a thing. I had all sorts of people in my class taking classes I was taking, and I was helping them progress because I knew a little bit more than they did. And Virginia Highlands will teach you everything you need to know.
Ah, that's fantastic. All right, one last question, Andrew. If you met somebody on the street corner today and they said, I don't know what I want to do with my life, what would you tell them about Virginia Highlands?
They'll help you find out what you need to do to get to where you want to go. If it's just finding courses you need to take to build up to where you want to go, they've got the right people to help you do that.
Awesome. Andrew, I'm so glad you joined us today. Congratulations on a great paying job right here in Southwest Virginia in IT. You're well on your way, and we're so proud to have you as a Virginia Highlands graduate. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Every time I watch that video, I get goosebumps. It was so neat to talk to Andrew. Tamara, he was one of your students. Isn't that, I mean, that's terrific, isn't it? I mean, to be able to hear from a student who's found success after going through the program.
It's always heartwarming to hear back from them that they're happy and that they're enjoying what they're doing in their careers. It's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling, and it's why we're here at Virginia Highlands Community College. We like to say around here, we really do get to change lives, and Andrew's a great example of that. And I've got a quote from another student. If you give me a second, I'm going to grab it here. This is from a current student, Chris Church. Chris has some things to say about his career here, or what he's doing now after 30 years of working for the same company. He says, after working for the same company for almost 30 years, I received the devastating news of a layoff. I was given the opportunity to go back to college. I love computers, so I knew I wanted to study information technology. The support that I received from all of the staff at VHCC was just outstanding. If you are thinking about going to VHCC, just do it. You'll be so glad you did. I tell you, for me, it's just like about these students like Chris and Andrew, when you get to see where they start and how they finish and their pathway of progression along the way, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes working at a place like VHCC so special. And knowing that we're preparing them not just for the jobs of today, but as you mentioned earlier, Tamara, for the jobs of the future that maybe we don't even know exactly what all they entail, but they've got those core skills in IT to be able to train and learn and grow as they go. In March of this year, our region received some really exciting news. We had the opportunity to huddle up in the conference room here at the Washington County building, and Governor Northam came from Richmond to introduce the 1901 group to our region. And they are creating 150 new IT jobs right here in Southwest Virginia. And so I'm happy that I got to catch up with Miss Stacey Jewell, who works for the 1901 group in their university relations arena. And we got to talk today about how Virginia Highlands can connect our students to those great jobs. So Stacey, thanks for joining us. It's always a pleasure to see some of our industry partners on a broadcast like this. But why don't you start by telling us a little bit about the 1901 group?
Absolutely. So 1901 Group is a enterprise or managed service provider. We offer many different services underneath the IT umbrella, and we are happy to be able to come to the Southwest Virginia area to bring jobs to rural Virginia. One of the things that we do at 1901 Group is a lot of software development. We also do service desk support. We do cloud migration and integration, and many different jobs underneath the IT umbrella. So we're super excited to be in your area with the new Enterprise Operations Center.
Well, we're thrilled that you're here. It was wonderful to be a part of the big announcement. The governor came to town and all of those pieces. Very exciting for us here in Southwest Virginia. And as you mentioned, you've got a really broad umbrella that covers a lot of IT jobs. And I understand you've already been meeting with some of our faculty here at the college and some of our deans to talk about that connection between Virginia Highlands and the 1901 group. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So I have met with several of the people that work at Virginia Highlands. I've had the opportunity to possibly partner on a couple of different initiatives. We're super excited to be able to do that, to develop programs and be able to support the programs that you already have in place so that we are able to bring the best qualified candidates to our company and grow their careers with 1901 Group.
It's fantastic, and I know our students will be thrilled to hear that there's another employer like 1901 Group right here in Southwest Virginia where they can get great IT jobs. It's such a growing field in this part of the country, and we're thrilled to be a part of it here at Virginia Highlands. So, before I let you go, if you were to meet a student at the grocery store or on the street and they said, "Hey, I'm thinking about a career in IT," what would you tell them?
Here's my business card. Give me a call. My husband actually, that's his pet peeve. Is I love to see people in their natural environments and what they're good at. And you have some people that are great at developing software developing, and so you'll have them come up and say, "I'm great at this," and then you watch them do what they do, and it come work for us. Let's develop your career. You have other individuals that are great customer service professionals that would make great individuals on our service desk, and you see them in action, at the grocery store or at the gas station as a clerk or whatever the case may be. And that's actually where I made my very first hire at 1901 Group, was at a gas station. He was a
Wow.
manager, and I made my first hire there, and now he's actually a service desk trainer. So he's moved up quite well on the ranks of the poll there. So we're excited about that. But yeah, I love that. Here's my business card. Let's make a deal. Come see me. Let's talk about all the great things that 1901 Group has to offer.
I love that. I love that. Really, IT is for everyone. I mean, we all use
Exactly.
the internet and information technology to connect with our handheld devices and our computers, and especially in this day and age, being connected is more important than ever. Thank you for joining us for a few minutes, Stacey, and we're so happy to have the 1901 Group be a part of our family here in Southwest Virginia. Welcome.
Thank you so much. We're very happy to be there, and we look forward to working with you all for many, many years to come.
Thank you. What a treat to get to talk to the 1901 Group today. Another new employer here in Southwest Virginia that's looking for talented people. Our IT programs are a great pathway right into what the IT group at 1901 Group is doing. We're just thrilled to be a part of that opportunity. Now, in just a minute, we're going to give you a chance to ask any questions you might have. We'll be bringing Professor Lasley back on in just a second, and she'll help me answer those questions because I don't know anything about IT. But before we do that, now take the time right here in the comment bar below and type your questions in, and we'll have those questions ready for her when we bring her back on the screen. But before we do, I want to make sure you know a few things that are really important about the next steps of enrolling at Virginia Highlands Community College. First, August 31, that's when classes begin. So just a few weeks away now, on August 31st, classes begin and enrollment is underway. Classes are filling up, so there's no better time to make an appointment and speak with an admissions advisor, get your paperwork done, and get signed up for classes for the fall. So first, you have to apply to Virginia Highlands Community College, and that's easy. Go to vhcc.edu and apply online, and then we'll get you set up to enroll in classes. The application's really easy, really fast turnaround. You'll hear back from us almost immediately, and then you can enroll in classes by visiting vhcc.edu/ready to enroll. And from there, you'll be able to make an appointment with an advisor, either via telephone or a Zoom chat. We'll make appointments. It's entirely up to you. Now, listen, if you're an existing VHCC student and you've not signed up for fall classes yet, you can use the same tool, vhcc.edu/ready to enroll, and we'll get you signed up for fall classes because they start on August 31st. Now, if you're thinking, man, can I really afford to go to college in the middle of a pandemic, for goodness sake? What would it cost? How can I afford it? Please don't let that stop you. About 85% of our students are eligible for financial aid, and we have financial aid specialists ready to help you We'll process the paperwork with you. We'll help you look for scholarships. There's a lot of resources available for you in transitioning into the college work, and we're here to make sure that you're a success. And because VHCC is really the best deal in town in terms of value for your educational dollar, you're likely to have more than enough money to cover your financial aid needs, to attend college, maybe even have some money for books and resources left over. Our goal is to get you to the finish line. So don't let things like finances be a barrier to you pursuing or finding out more about attending college here at Virginia Highlands. Reach out to us, vhcc.edu/ready to enroll, and we'll connect you with the right people. In fact, if you qualify for Pell this coming semester and you're taking 12 or more credit hours, we've been able to identify some additional funds for you. You'll get an additional $500 in financial aid this fall semester, above and beyond what you usually get. We're doing everything we can to eliminate barriers for you to succeed in college. So if you qualify for Pell and you're taking 12 or more hours, we've got some additional dollars for you. There's no better time than now to register for fall classes. If you're thinking, well, I don't have all the resources I need to be successful, you can use that $500, that extra money of financial aid, to purchase a new computer right through our bookstore here, and then you'll have the hardware you need to be successful in your degree program at Virginia Highlands, even in IT. So lots of opportunity there for you. Don't miss out. Now's the right time to sign up. So I think, Tamara, are you back with me, Tamara?
I'm here.
Awesome. All right, I've got a couple of things, some Q&A, and then we'll wrap up our time tonight. Here's the first one. It says, if I get the Associate of Applied Science, will I be ready for a job when I graduate? So will they be?
Of course, right? So not only do we give them the IT skills, but a lot of emphasis that we also place when our students is the, I'm going to call them soft skills, right? Our employers are also looking to make sure that they have a well-rounded student. So not only do they know the IT side, but they also know the right and wrong things to do, right? They need to show up on time. They need to be dressed appropriately. They need to communicate well, right? So these soft skills are important as well. Many employers will even say, you get your basics, you kind of have a foundational background, and we'll kind of train you and teach you on the specific things that you need to know. So absolutely a great place to start for an IT field.
Fantastic. So getting a degree at Virginia Highlands gets you ready for that job. Now, here's another question for you, Tamara, help me here. How do I know if I should get an Associate of Applied Science or the Associate of Arts and Sciences? How do I know which one of the pathways to choose?
You know, it is a great question, right? You know, many of our students decide, hey, I just want to come in and get some IT skills, that English stuff, that math stuff. You know, I really don't want to do all that again. I just want to come in, I want to get some IT skills, and I want to go work. So that would be your applied science degree. Now, for those who are interested in a more advanced career, if you're interested in the computer science field, programming, then you're definitely going to want to look at the associate's degree that will transfer to a four-year college or university. And there's nothing that says if a student comes in and gets the applied science degree that you can't come back later if you decide and do a four-year degree. So either way, you're not going to lose.
Sounds like either path is the right path. The most important thing is get started on a path, right?
Exactly.
And Virginia Highlands is a wonderful place to do that. Tamara, you're just a rock star here. We're so glad that you're a part of the team, and I'm so grateful for what you do in leading our program, whether they're going straight to career or a four-year university transfer. Thanks for all you do for our students here at VHCC.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Fantastic. Listen, it's been great to be with you tonight. Let me just remind you of a couple of really important things. Classes start on August 31st. And if you're wondering, what are classes going to look like at Virginia Highlands this fall? I've got good news for you. We're going to be teaching everything we normally teach, but we are going to be primarily online. So if you're concerned about any of the issues related to the pandemic, you'll still be able to take a full battery of classes. About 75% of Virginia Highlands courses are online this fall. But if you're in a program that requires that hands-on to really master those skills, programs like diesel, welding, nursing, administration of justice, or other programs where those hands-on competencies are important, Those classes with appropriate safety measures and social distancing will be meeting on campus this fall. So they'll be meeting in more of a hybrid way. The most important part for you to know is the college is open and we're ready to serve you. There's no better time to sign up than now. As you heard from our employers and you heard from our other students and you heard from Miss Lastly, there's jobs waiting. So there's no better time to start than now. We look forward to seeing you here at Virginia Highlands Community College or finding you online. Whether you choose to go online or come to campus for some of those face-to-face classes, we're the right place to start, and you can start here.